North Buyer, Modesto.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. We're Real Estate Jerky Daily.
And it's Thursday.
You know, this whole week has thrown me off.
Yeah.
I think
it wasn't even a holiday.
No, it's just things that are supposed to happen on certain days were pushed to a different day.
Yep.
And things that happen on that day is now messed up the next day. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting busier and busier.
I wish I were. I'm
not bragging. That's not braggadocious.
I'm answering calls. I'm doing things, but nothing has turned into a transaction.
Well, that's how it works. It takes a time. I
know, but it's not.
It's a time.
I'm not busy enough. I'd like to be busier.
Yeah, well, we all would love to be busier.
Yeah. Your day goes by so much easier when you're busy.
But I also have 3 other businesses I'm working on at the same time. Yeah, and our friend Carl's like, I don't know how you do it, Ed. I'm like, well, I work on a loan on this screen, and then I work over here on this screen, and then over here on this screen. So when this thing's doing something, I go over to this one. Yep. And then when that's done, those both, then I go over to this one, and I just keep doing it. Yeah, all the way through. And then all the podcasts, I don't have to handle the editing anymore. We actually have a team that does it now, even for this show going forward. Finally.
Yeah, and that's so very, very cool.
And next will be our Aces 53, because Brian and I have been doing that for 3 years, and we have not done it's almost, we started in, it's at least 3, almost, there'll be 3 years or something like that. Huh. And we have never posted it as a podcast. We just do it live. Well, we're going to go back and do all the jokers and then just go forward having it as a podcast. Anyway.
I don't agree with this article, but go ahead.
What article?
The what does it say?
I don't know. You're reading it.
It's the most expensive neighborhoods in Modesto.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm breezing through it real quick, and no, they're not.
Well, maybe they were at the time.
Yeah, this probably was in 2022.
It'll say when the article came out. All right, let's go.
You actually have a couple reports, don't you, from the government?
Well, no, just jobless claims came. Well, yeah, there's a few things that came out.
Yeah.
One of them is the jobless claims. Initial jobless claims dropped to 220,000, beating the expectations, and down 18,000 from the week before. Continuing claims rose 1.975 million, slightly above forecasted. A mixed but manageable labor market snapshot. So it's saying we'd have no idea what's going on is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So they were expecting continuing claims or new claims to be much lower, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. What's the market sitting? Rates are about 8 basis points better. 10-year sitting 3 basis points worse. But the problem with the 10-year is it's sitting at 4.10. Oh. It was as high as 4.13 today. I'm sorry, as high was 4.15. What are you going to do? It's all over the place. It doesn't know what to do because this information we're getting is not this one, but one I'll get to, the BLS report, is just so far behind because of the government shutdown.
Right.
Nobody can understand what to do. So if you go off of ADP, then you're thinking the economy is really bad. If you're like, well, we just got this BLS for September, which I might as well talk about since I keep bringing it up.
Yep.
BLS for September added 119,000 jobs. They were only expected 50,000 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then August was revised down to 26,000 jobs. Unemployment still edged up to 4.4%. How can you go lose less, get more jobs and then have unemployment go up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
it was at 27 or whatever it was.
27.
The 26,000 jobs in September.
That was August. So August was revised down 26,000 jobs, but unemployment edged up to 4.4% in September, which is the month that also they added 119,000 jobs, well above the 50,000 they expected.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Right. So, what I'm getting at is how can unemployment go up?
Right.
If they added more jobs than they expected?
I don't know.
Probably called them and they said they weren't working.
They have a weird calculator.
Yeah. Well, first of all, who has landlines anymore? How do you call? You calling them on their cell phone?
I'm sure there are people with landlines.
I know, but I mean, because you used to have if you had cable, you had to get the landline to save all the money.
Actually, I pay for a landline number, but I don't have a landline.
Yeah, I don't have a landline at all.
Yeah.
Existing home sales in October dropped 1.2% to 4.10 million annualized pace. I could have swore that I read somewhere else that it was up 1.2% to an annualized 4.10 pace. Existing home sales, which actually, yeah, it's a decrease by 1.2%, but they came in better than they expected. So they weren't expecting 4.10 annualized pace. That's million, of course, because we've been sitting around 4 million as an annualized pace.
Right.
Inventory remains tight, down 0.7 year over year. Median home price is 415,200, up 2.1%. So people are starting to buy higher price homes, or just higher price homes, or just what people want.
Wow.
Well, I guess Zillow lawsuit expands. Remember Zillow? Remember the Zillow thing was pushing people to use their mortgage company. Their agents got better listings, got better this if they referred it to them. Well, now it's a RICO claims.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's not good. That's how they took down some of those mob people.
Yeah,
I almost said Jimmy Hoffa, but he was taken down by a bullet.
Yeah, isn't he buried under home plate at
nobody
Yankee
knows
Stadium?
where he's buried. That was the movie.
I know.
Yeah.
It was a great movie. Hey, but the Dow is up 295 and the NASDAQ or S&P is up 40.
Gotcha.
Wow. We've been down for a couple days.
Yeah, they have it's the AI. Somebody came out and was talking about how bad AI is going to be and blow up, and that's what messed that up for a couple days. Realtor.com's 2025. Do we care? Oh yeah, that's the home buyer regret.
I'm sorry, I bought a home. Said no whenever.
Home buyer regrets. Or what's that commercial where they spell it wrong?
Regrets. What was it?
Home buyer regrets is falling. According to Realtor.com 2025 consumer study, only 8% of buyers this year felt they overpaid, which is down from 15% in 2023. Well, in 2023, you probably did overpay.
Yeah.
37% of buyers reported zero regrets, thanks to a longer listing times, now 63 days, and slower pace market. I think a lot of people had regret because they had to move so fast to pick a property and didn't have time to really look at it. The most regrets among those who had, we're talking about this, is maintenance surprises, unexpected expenses, savings depletion, all those things. And all those were like 16%, 15%, and 14%.
If you have maintenance surprises, your realtor didn't do his or her job. You get inspections, you do all those things. There are things that break afterwards and it has nothing to do with your inspection. But come on, everybody should be getting it, even though they waive their request period, back in the day when it was very, very busy. You do know about your property.
Hold on. There's a difference between maintenance and there's a difference between things that break and have to be fixed.
Well,
maintenance is what you have to do on a regular basis. Yeah. I mean,
one of those
is like,
will show you
I got to mow my lawn.
Oh,
that's a maintenance.
That should not be a surprise.
Clean the, painting, all those extra stuff. Gen Z buyers had the toughest time, because then, they couldn't just play video games.
Yeah.
Often skipping inspections or compromising on location.
Ooh.
Most expensive neighborhoods in Modesto. I see the top 5 list. This is probably just like recent sales or something, because this is not my, so I'm going to go with, I'll just quickly say them. So North Buyer, Modesto, 611,000. Eastgate Series, really? Yeah. 600,000. Village One in Modesto, 585,000. Crossroads Riverbank, 565,000. North Turlock. I don't get that one. 565,000. Well, what about Del Rio? What about
Northgate?
What about the college area?
Yeah.
What about La Loma?
There just must not have been recent sales in that neighborhood.
Well, I don't know.
Although I do know there were.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're talking about. I know what they're talking about. They're talking about stucco houses. The same looking houses that look like the same all the way through. Those are all newer home market.
These are the most expensive neighborhoods that closed escrow during a lunar eclipse, and they were stucco homes, right?
Well, I'm just saying they're all those ones that you could, if you go on the wrong street and you're drunk, you could go into somebody else's house because it looks exactly like your house.
Happened.
Yeah,
it's happened. I know over on Boston, there was a guy that came home drunk and he beat up a guy and a girl that were making. He didn't beat up the girl, but he beat up the guy that was making out with a girl on the front porch. And then he realized, I'm not at my house and this isn't my wife.
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
Yeah. Pittsburgh, PA was just named the most affordable large U.S. housing market. So there you go. You can median listings 250,000, which is 150K below the national average.
Do they mean large because of the population?
No, if most large housing market is probably the size of the market. Yes.
Okay.
offering big potential for first-time home buyers and remote workers because, there's no jobs there.
True. Well, aren't they going to start up the iron mills again?
Oh, look at that. Finally, someone's waking up.
Who?
They're going to ban pickleball. In lighter news, California town is moving to ban pickleball at a city park over grunting noises complaints.
Oh my God.
It's, but again,
this isn't
if
real.
you buy it is real.
It can't be real.
If you're buying a park, I mean, you have to understand the issues that you're going to deal with living across the street from a park. First of all, one, homeless, people parking there,
drugs,
drinking, smoking pot in their car, all that fun stuff that you have to look at.
Yeah.
It's like our friends you sold them the house there across from the thing. I'm like, I could never live here.
Yeah.
It's just too many people, too much people going to the park, doing homeless people yelling and beating up on their homeless
significant others.
Their homeless significant other tonight for the night.
It's just like the paragraph that we have to have in the statewide buyer and seller advisory about errant golf ball disclosure. They renamed it. It's golf course proximity or something like that now.
Well, that's like farm.
The fact that
farm proximity that you can smell.
Well,
remember the dairy one?
That was 1989 when everybody was coming over from the Bay Area. They're like, it's dusty and it stinks. You got to make these go away. But you buy a home that backs up to a fairway, and you don't think your home's going to get hit by a golf ball once or twice or several times if I'm playing, you're an idiot. You're just an absolute idiot. There's no other way to say it.
I forget who it was, but their dad would fall down next to the ball.
Oh, so that's hilarious. Yeah.
As the guy's coming up to look for the ball.
Oh, God. Did I kill him?
Yeah.
That can backfire on you. Maybe the guy's a gangster and he pulls a gun out and make sure you're dead.
Just keep playing it through. Yep. I can't find my ball.
Oh, I know. I've been in pools. I've hit windows.
I've
never
hit
broken a window.
I've hit houses.
Bounced off of roofs. Bounced off a car's bumper one time. The lady stopped and said, well, at least I got you back on the fairway, and then drove off.
Yeah. My biggest problem is I went to the parade. It was a Veterans Day, and then somebody hit my mirror, on the street. It's like, really? But it was parked on J Street. What do you want?
Yeah.
And now I got to replace it because they didn't just knock it forward. It actually cracked the mirror. They hit it hard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How much is a mirror for a Ford F-250?
Well, if I do the same one, it's probably it's cheaper than my freaking deductible. I think I probably have a $500 deductible.
And it's a $400 mirror.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't know if I told you, my son had a tree fall in their house.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was out in whatever, and she was somewhere else, and so luckily he was close enough to home. But it came from HOA world and hit the house, and they're like, "It's not on us,
right?
It's all on you. Go get your insurance."
Yeah,
and whatever.
It's an act of God.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But if it's on your property, it's no act of God. It's act of non-maintenance. Yeah, that's how I look at it. But anyway, it hit the house first. First thing was it's $10,000, so he has a $5,000 deductible, and they're like, here's $3,000. The guy goes $8,000 is what it was originally cost. Then they get into it, tear it up. Now the thing went up to $98,000.
What? They have to rebuild the house?
No, three trusses are cracked.
$98,000. That's crazy.
Well, I'm like, well, you're gonna get it. That's a new roof.
Yeah.
Because they probably can't just
patch
it. It's not going to match, and you're not going to just do one side. It's across the whole. It's anyway. I have no idea.
He needs to find a buddy.
Why? He's not paying for it. That's insurance.
No, I understand, but $98,000. That's crazy.
Well, I'm like, well, you don't have to worry about your $5,000 now.
Yeah. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people. I mean, but I told them, why did you have $5,000 deductible on a regular house that your insurance wasn't that much? The difference for your stuff was probably, maybe $100, $200 a year.
Insurance agent talked him into it.
I don't think he understood. It was USAA. They just did it.
Huh.
Yeah. So I would have told him, I would have just said 2,500 because
big deductible.
Yeah, it is. For now, if you're up in Tuolumne County, you got Fair Plan, you might be on $10,000 deductible because if fire's going through there, you're not going to worry about $10,000 because they're just going to go, here's 300,000. Okay, here's 290.
Well, if another fire goes through Tuolumne County, Governor Newsom is going to turn it into low income housing anyway.
Yeah, somebody was pointing out how many lots are still available to down there, like all of them.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
anyway,
crazy.
That's all I have for today.
Oh, Tom Steyer, I guess, is going to be running for governor.
I have no idea who he is.
Don't vote for that guy. He's absolutely batshit crazy.
I don't know who he is. Research.
He's a Trump hater.
Oh, well, there's so many of them.
He's a billionaire who hates Trump and puts commercials on TV that are not factual.
So he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Because they all do that.
Exactly.
Just okay, I should say it's not that it's not factual. It's just their take on it.
Okay.
Right. That's that because you can what we say there's lies, damn lies, and statistics, and you can move. It's you can do anything with statistics and get your way. My biggest thing right now is the fact what Trump did with tariffs and everything else he was doing is going to probably turn around and bite him next year, unless it really takes off, because people are not still feeling like they're hurting and they're, well, you've been in 9 months. It's like he's been in 9 months. He hasn't been in 5 years or 4 years or,
But the amount of money he's pulling in that the United States
but it's not going to see it until next year.
I know.
Till July, probably.
So some patience, folks.
I know, but people don't have patience. They at all. That's how it works.
They all should become doctors.
Nope.
So
nurses. It's cheaper, and you make more money.
There you go.
With less,
and you don't have to work as hard.
Right. Well, I don't want to say that. My wife might be watching.
No, I know. I'm teasing.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have for today.
That's it. Tomorrow we're going to have some more stuff.
We'll have local numbers.
Yes, we will.
And state numbers.
All
right. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Peace out.
All right. Bye.